Roberts.
Matt Roberts?
Yes.
Teresa Roberts.
And Matt Roberts.
Matt Roberts Jr., I take it.
Exactly.
Y'all live close by?
Yes, sir. Fowl River.
Fowl River. You enjoy coming to the beach?
Love
Extremely.
it. Love it.
You've been coming here for a long time?
All my life.
Are you aware of the oil spill accident over in Louisiana?
Yes, I am.
What do you think is going to happen to our beach here in Alabama?
Don't know. Unpredictable, I guess. I don't think it's going to be good.
The wind and everything that's picked up now, they say, is going to bring it more or less funneling it in this direction. If we take a direct hit here, what do you think the impact will be to the community?
Devastating. Devastating.
In what ways?
Economically, this island here depends on tourism pretty much to stay alive. I have a lot of friends that are shrimpers, fishermen, period. Charter boat industry is going to be hit hard. I think it'll affect more than just the fishing industry and the tourism too. I mean, it's going to be bad. That's pretty much what we're doing down here today. We come down to see the beach like it is today.
Will you come back and see it afterward?
I'll come back to see it.
But it will be sad and terrible.
I'll come back to see it, but I don't, it won't be to be a pleasurable trip, I'm sure. There should have been, if we had the technology to drill that out there, we should have had the way to shut that off extremely quick after it happened.
Could you tell me your name and where you're from?
I'm Patrick Johnston from New York, actually.
What are you doing here on Dauphin Island?
I go to South Alabama, so I'm living down here temporarily and got a kiteboard while I'm down here, so that's why I chose South.
Y'all having a lot of fun out on the beach today. I saw you from the road.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like today was probably one of the top 3 sessions, I'd say. It was good. It was a good day. It was a good 6 hours in, so.
Are you aware of the oil slick that's coming this way from Louisiana?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier when we got here, because now it sucks. We're only gonna, we have one more day maybe, and then it's just gonna, we don't even know what's gonna happen with this, but hope for the best.
Do you think it'll be safe to get out there and windsurf and something like that?
I don't think we're going to be able to go at least until for 2 months or so, at least.
On December the 11th, 2010, John Wathen, accompanied by Pam Batson, took a walk along the eastern shore of Dauphin Island. Based on a tip she gave me, I wanted to take a look at the conditions of the islands for myself. I knew there'd been a lot of oil in and around the island, but when I got there I wasn't prepared for what I saw. The amount of heavy equipment was startling. Track hoes, front end loaders, tractors, sand sharks. Heavy equipment was being unloaded and taken in different directions up and down the beach. I knew something was up. At first it looked like there were a lot of people on the beach, but as it turned out, there was only one family with a couple of kids, and the rest were BP workers. The beach was speckled with dispersed oil balls. I won't call these things tar balls, that's not what they are. The tidal pools were brown and filthy looking. The beach had a yellowish brown tint to it with little tar balls sticking up everywhere. Along the shoreline where the water was coming in, the sun broke for a little while and you could see the rainbow reflections in the foam that was coming in. Everywhere the water was meeting the beach, this foam was leaving a yellow line along the shore. In all my life and all my time on Dauphin Island, I've never seen this. Tractors pulling makeshift personnel carriers were hurrying along the beach as we walked up into the first tidal pool. There was a thick brown sludge along the top of the sand. It wasn't white like it's supposed to be, and there were very few shorebirds seen. From From the looks of the water in the tidal pools, I would say that there's some definite testing needs to be done right away. There's a sheen on top of the water. Light as it may be, it's still not supposed to be there. This is supposed to be white sands, and these waters are supposed to be clear. All you had to do is take your foot and scratch along the surface, and you could see old deposits of oil along with the new stuff laying on the surface. It's as deep as you want to go. Will our beaches ever be the same?
Standing on the beach on Dauphin Island, just east of the community pier in a tidal pool. The sand all appears to be brown, same color of the corrected oil we've been seeing. Lots of activity on the beach. Contractors say they're just sifting out the old sand.
While on the surface, this looked to be a heroic effort to clean the beach. The futility of it all came very clear when we looked and found people with little minnow nets sifting tar balls out of the sand. Four-wheelers running down the side of the beach pulling rakes seemed to be doing nothing more than blending the oil in with the sand. There was a brown yellow look to it from the tide line all the way down to where the water was. It got darker as it got closer to the water. Were they cleaning or were they just blending it in so it couldn't be seen? Right down the beach from where we saw the four-wheelers and the rakes, we encountered more workers. After making contact with all the workers, we knew we were being observed.
She just signaled him that there were two of us. Huh?
Are you landowners here?
No.
We got us a dead catfish I just saw. I'm Debbie.
John Wathen, good to meet you, Debbie.
Nice to meet you, John. What we're doing as far as security is we're to come out with the hard hats and safety glass and escort anybody that wanted to walk through the progress.
Oh, okay.
And stop all equipment unless you don't need to walk through the progress. The natural resource ladies, this is Jeremy, the natural resource ladies have got us trying to make sure we don't get on the dunes because she's trying to protect the dunes for people that are working here, and I know you understand that.
Oh, yeah.
Landowners and guests can come back on the dunes after we're gone. We're told to stay off of them, okay, because we're working. We're in a different environment when we're working, so we want to be sure we don't touch or mess up anything for the birds and so good about it.
Well,
they're happy they're getting their beach refurbished. It's kind of like I told somebody when you had a lawsuit or something and you got punitive damages, this is punitive damages, and I'm so proud because it's only going to increase the value of their property.
I hope so.
I do too.
I really do.
I hope we give Orange Beach a run for their money after this. What they do is they're loaded up, they put it in the sifter, or what do we call it? Power screening it.
Yeah.
They shake out really slowly with fine nets any kind of like rocks or shells, sticks. Then what they do is load it in a clean truck and transport it to the very end where they are actually putting about a foot of fresh, soft, clean sand, and they're refurbishing the entire beach. They're also going to do the west end that got cut off from the storm.
Katrina?
Yes.
Yeah, the Katrina
So
pass.
they're going to do it.
I'm funny about that. Now, you know, God cut that pass.
That's right.
Now, who's right or wrong?
That's
the
right.
mayor of...
I agree with you. You know, good Lord works in mysterious ways, you know.
That black, oh, that's like, probably like dirt, it's not oil. That's why I used to thought too, but.
Jeremy had given the standard answer. That was dirt and not oil in the black patches we had seen on the beach. While it may be biological, it begs the question, why so much washing up on the beaches now, the same year that BP had a blowout at the Deepwater Horizon, the same year that Corexit was used in the Gulf of Mexico in unprecedented amounts. What is mixing up in the water that's killing everything in the bottom, causing it to wash up on the shore like this? My greatest fear is that this is only the beginning. This is only the first year after the disaster. How much more is going to wash up on our beaches? How much more is going to wash up on the marshes? How much more from Texas to Florida is going to die in the Gulf of Mexico before this government and BP comes clean with the people and tells them exactly what we're facing down there? This is a disaster of historic proportions. And the people, once again, are paying the price for greed, profit, and lack of accountability.